the Chinese Central Bank, the People's Bank of China, has just announced a cut of 50 basis points of its reserve requirement ratio. In my view, this is a timely, a bit belated, but a timely and a right policy move, to loosen the monetary policy stance in China for a number of reasons. And the first reason is that China's current reserve requirement has been very high at around 20%, one of the highest on earth. And therefore, there's a need for the People's Bank of China to cut its reserve requirement ratio anyway, regardless of what happened to the Chinese economy. And the second reason is that the Chinese economy has been weakening in the past year or so, and therefore there's a need for a more accommodative monetary policy. And a cut in the reserve requirement helps to relax the monetary policy in China. And the third reason is that China has been experiencing some capital outflow lately in the past quarters or so. And capital outflow will have the tightening effect of the liquidity in the Chinese banking system. And therefore, to offset this tightening effect of capital outflow, the People's Bank of China ought to cut its reserve requirement ratio. Thank you.
Do you expect more China easing will come in the future?
Yes, I'm anticipating much more easing move in the pipeline in the next few months. I think China ought to maintain a much more accommodative monetary policy stance, because the Chinese economy has been weakening. There are many signs in terms of inventory, corporate earnings, and business sentiments showing the economy continue to weaken. And therefore, monetary policy need to react soon enough to arrest the weakening momentum. And the second reason is that we are seeing early signs of disinflation or even outright deflation, which will be very bad for the economy if it continues. And therefore, we need a much more expansion of a monetary policy to fight this disinflationary or deflationary pressure on the economy. And the third reason is that monetary policy needs to react soon enough, because it takes quite some time for monetary policy to have an impact on the Chinese economy. And one can think about other considerations as well. For example, China has been experiencing some de facto fiscal tightening, because the central government has been putting a lot of pressure on the local government to borrow less. Less borrowing by local government means a de facto fiscal tightening, and therefore monetary policy ought to ease to offset some of the contractionary impact of fiscal tightening.